A very good afternoon and thank you for joining us on Beetv Global News at 12. I am Ruth Ogbodu and now the news in detail. The United Nations have warned that ongoing Israeli measures in the West Bank are steadily changing realities on the ground and could amount to a gradual de facto annexation, raising serious concerns about the future of the peace process. The report.
The high-level session scheduled to take place at the White House is expected to bring together representatives from more than 45 countries, reflecting growing international concern over the political, humanitarian, and security situation in the Palestinian enclave. According to administration officials, the Board of Peace Initiative is intended to coordinate diplomatic efforts, humanitarian assistance, and reconstruction planning connected to Gaza. However, key policy issues remain unsettled, including governance arrangements, long-term security oversight, aid distribution mechanisms, and the role of regional partners in post-conflict stabilization. Diplomatic observers say the meeting comes amid continuing global calls for a durable ceasefire framework, expanded humanitarian access, and a clearly defined political roadmap for the territory administration. Several participating nations are expected to push for stronger multilateral supervision of rebuilding funds and guarantee for civilian protection. U.S. officials indicated that President Trump will use the opening session to outline Washington's proposed pathway towards what the administration describes as a suitable peace structure, while encouraging broader international burden sharing for recovery operations. The gathering marks the first formal sitting of the Board of Peace and is expected to conclude with a joint commune summarizing areas of agreement, outstanding disputes, and timelines for further negotiations on Gaza's future status. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for Beetv News.
U.S. President Donald Trump is set to preside over the first meeting of his newly formed Board of Peace, with unresolved questions surrounding the future of Gaza Strip, expected to dominate discussions. The report.
The high-level session scheduled to take place at the White House is expected to bring together representatives from more than 45 countries, reflecting growing international concern over the political, humanitarian, and security situation in the Palestinian enclave. According to administration officials, the Board of Peace Initiative is intended to coordinate diplomatic efforts, humanitarian assistance, and reconstruction planning connected to Gaza. However, key policy issues remain unsettled, including governance arrangements, long-term security oversight, aid distribution mechanisms, and the role of regional partners in post-conflict stabilization. Diplomatic observers say the meeting comes amid continuing global calls for a durable ceasefire framework, expanded humanitarian access, and a clearly defined political roadmap for the territory administration. Several participating nations are expected to push for stronger multilateral supervision of rebuilding funds and guarantee for civilian protection. U.S. officials indicated that President Trump will use the opening session to outline Washington's proposed pathway towards what the administration describes as a suitable peace structure, while encouraging broader international burden sharing for recovery operations. The gathering marks the first formal sitting of the Board of Peace and is expected to conclude with a joint commune summarizing areas of agreement, outstanding disputes, and timelines for further negotiations on Gaza's future status. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for Beetv News.
The Chief Executive Officer of Anthropic, Dario Amodei, has warned that artificial intelligence systems may exceed the cognitive capabilities of most humans across a wide range of tasks within only a small number of years. He made this statement while speaking at the India AI Summit, highlighting the rapid pace of AI development and the global urgency to prepare for its social and economic impacts. The report.
According to Amodei, current advances in large language models and autonomous AI systems indicate that the technology is progressing faster than many policymakers and institutions anticipated. He noted that researchers are already seeing systems capable of performing complex reasoning, coding, scientific analysis, and professional level writing, suggesting that the gap between human intelligence and machine capability is narrowing quickly. The Anthropic CEO emphasized that the approaching milestone is not decades away, but could occur within just a few years if development continue at its present speed. He explained that once AI systems surpass average human performance in most cognitive tasks, industries such as education, healthcare, finance, media, and software engineering could experience major transformations in productivity and workforce structure. Amodi also stressed the importance of building strong safety frameworks, responsible deployment strategies, and regulatory oversight to ensure that increasingly powerful AI systems benefit society rather than create instability. He called for collaboration among governments, technology companies, and academic institutions to address risk, including job displacement, misuse of AI-generated content, and the concentration of technological power. Experts at the summit noted that while AI already outperforms humans in narrow specialized domains, achieving broad general cognitive superiority would represent a historic technological shift comparable to the Industrial Revolution. Many participants agreed that preparation through education reform, digital skill training, and ethical governance will be essential as AI capabilities expand. Amodi concluded by urging leaders worldwide to treat advanced AI development as an immediate policy priority rather than a distant future concern, warning that the timeline for transformative change is shorter than most societies currently expect. Evelyn is reporting for Beetv News.
North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un, has announced that new military and construction objectives will be finalized during a major ruling party congress scheduled for this month, according to the state news agency Korean Central News Agency. The reports.
In a report carried by KCNA, Kim emphasized the need to strengthen national defense capabilities while accelerating large-scale state construction projects. The upcoming Congress of the ruling Workers' Party is expected to review current policy performance and outline first strategic targets for the country's armed forces, weapon development programs, and economic infrastructure initiatives. State media said the leadership highlighted recent advances in missile technology, including systems that reportedly incorporate artificial intelligence supported guidance and targeting improvements. Officials described these developments as evidence of continuing progress in modernizing the country's strategic weapons arsenal despite international sanctions and external pressure. Kim reportedly framed the Congress as a critical decision-making forum that will set the direction for both military expansion and domestic development. The meeting is expected to focus on boosting weapons production capacity, improving military readiness, and continuing nationwide housing and industrial construction campaigns designed to demonstrate economic resilience. Analysts note that such party congress in North Korea typically serve as platform for announcing long-term national priorities, reshuffling leadership positions, and reinforcing loyalty within the political and military hierarchy. Further details on the exact dates of the congress and the full list of agenda items have not yet been publicly released, but state media indicated that preparations are already underway and that the decisions taken will guide national policy for the coming years. Evelyn is reporting for Beetv News.
Award-winning actress Michelle Yeoh has officially been honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in Los Angeles, describing the recognition as a shared achievement representing the many people who supported her long journey in the film industry. The report.
Speaking during the unveiling ceremony, Yeoh emphasized that although the star bears only her name, it symbolizes the collective effort of mentors, filmmakers, colleagues, fans and family members who helped shape her career. The star may carry one name, but it represents so many people who made this journey possible, she said while addressing guests and media at the event. The ceremony attracted entertainment executives, fellow actors and supporters who gathered to celebrate the Malaysia-born performer, widely respected for her decades-long contributions to international cinema. Yeon rose to global prominence through action films, dramatic roles, and major Hollywood productions, eventually becoming one of the most influential Asian performers in the global movie industry. Industry observers note that the Walk of Fame honor marks another milestone in a career already filled with historic achievements, including major international awards and record-breaking performances that expanded representation for Asian actors in mainstream Western cinema. During her remarks, Yeon encouraged young creatives from diverse backgrounds to remain persistent in pursuing their dreams, stressing that success often comes from resilience, collaboration, and believing in one's path even during difficult periods. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which administers the Walk of Fame, stated that Yeon's selection recognizes her lasting impact on film, television, and global storytelling. The star unveiling hats and names to the thousands of entertainment figures immortalized along Hollywood Boulevard, a landmark attraction visited by millions of tourists every year. Naomi Ewere, reporting from Beetv News.
We are going on a short break. Do stay with us.
I am Amade Dexmod Enabulele, the Executive Chairman, Edo State Sports Commission. Esteemed people of Edo State, the second Niger Delta Games are here. I warmly invite every resident on behalf of Edo State government to come and witness the excitement of the biggest regional games taking place right here in Benin City from 20th to 27th February 2026. The opening ceremony is scheduled to hold at the iconic Samuel Bermuda Stadium on Friday, beginning from 5 p.m. I encourage families, youths, and sport lovers to come out in large numbers to support the athletes and enjoy world-class competition as we host the rest of Niger Delta people in our dear states. Together, let us showcase the hospitality and passion of Edo State as we make this.
The Niger Delta Games are here. From Friday, February 20th to 27, 2026, Benin City, the heartbeat of the nation, proudly hosts the second Niger Delta Games. Over 3,000 athletes from 9 Niger Delta states competing, connecting, celebrating excellence. This is more than competition. It is about talent discovery and nursing and nurturing the future champion of our region. Beyond oil, the Niger Delta Development Commission is boldly intervening in youth and sport development, building dreams, creating opportunities, and uniting the region through sport. The Executive Governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpeolo, together with the Edo State Sports Commission, warmly welcome all participating state governors and their contingents to the heartbeat capital, the land of rich culture and renowned hospitality. Governor Okpeolo urged every Edo sons and daughter, come out and be part of the biggest regional sports fiesta of our time. Benin City will be alive with sporting excellence, vibrant energy, and a business boom across the metropolis. The Edo State government says thank you to Dunamis Icon Limited and the Niger Delta Development Commission for bringing the games to the native home of sport, Benin City. Edo people, let's embrace the game. The second Niger Delta Games, one region, one dream, one unforgettable experience.
We are Niger Delta.
Welcome back, and now moving on to the business news. Nigeria's debt to the World Bank's concessional leading arm, the International Development Association, rose by $1.9 billion in 1 year to $18.7 billion as of December 31st, 2025, according to the newly released financial data. This marks an 11.3% increase from $16.8 billion at the end of 2024. The report.
The increase highlights Nigeria's growing reliance on concessional multilateral financing as the federal government faces tighter fiscal conditions and global market volatility. Nigeria is now the third largest borrower in the RDA portfolio behind Bangladesh and Pakistan. The top 10 borrowers together accounted for 60% of RDA's total exposure as of December 31st, 2025. The rise largely reflects continued project disbursements under Nigeria's country partnership frameworks and expanded commitments in sectors such as health, education, and infrastructure. Although IDA loans are concessional with long maturities and grace periods, the higher borrowing adds to Nigeria's external debt burden. Power generation companies under the Association of Power Generation Companies say unpaid invoices for electricity supplied to the national grid have risen to about 6 trillion naira, raising concerns about the sustainability of Nigeria's power supply. The group said the mounting debt caused by revenue shortfalls and weak remittances across the electricity value chain has severely strained their ability to fund maintenance, procure fuel, and expand operations. They warned that the liquidity crisis continues to threaten the stability of the sector. The association also rejected allegations by the Nigerian Labour Congress that electricity firms were engaged in institutionalized extortion. Chief Executive Officer Joy Ogaji said such claims ignore the structural challenges facing the industry and oversimplify the sector's financial difficulties. An unexpected slowdown in inflation has strengthened expectations that the Monetary Policy Committee of the Central Bank of Nigeria may begin easing monetary policy at its next meeting, according to analysts at FSTM. Before the January data was released, many analysts had projected inflation would rise to around 19% due to base year effects. Instead, headline inflation fell slightly to 15.1% from 15.2% in December 2025, largely due to softer food prices that helped ease overall price pressures. FXTM senior market analyst Lukman Otunuga described the slowdown as a welcome surprise that supports the case for a rate cut. He said the disinflation trend gives policymakers greater flexibility after months of aggressive monetary tightening. Naomi Ewere reporting from Beetv News.
And now to the entertainment news. Nigeria singer Candy Bliss has revealed that content creator Kolu was arrested in the United Kingdom following an incident at the airport. The report.
In a video shared online, the singer explained that Kolu had traveled to the United Kingdom under her sponsorship and that she had earlier warned him about the importance of complying with travel conditions, stressing that any violations could negatively affect her. According to her, the situation escalated when they were preparing to board the flight and Kolu reportedly could not find his passport. Candy Blake disclosed that she had been at the station attempting to explain that Kolu may not have fully understood the situation, but authorities declined to release him. In another development, popular socialite and businessman Pascal Okechukwu, widely known as Cubana Chief Priest, has called on the people of Nigeria's southeast region to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the 2027 general elections as a strategy to secure the release of detained separatist leader Nnamdi Kanu. Reacting to a viral video in which a southeast traditional ruler urged the president to either release Kanu or return him to Kenya, Cubana Chief Priest commended the monarch for taking the appeal directly to Abuja. He noted that the monarch's physical presence in the nation's capital was important to ensure that the concerns of the region were clearly heard at the highest level. The businessman further urged the southeast to align with the current administration rather than maintain an opposition stance. Referring to the 2023 presidential election, he pointed out that President Tinubu won without securing the majority of votes from the southeast, suggesting that a similar outcome could occur in future elections unless the region adopts a different political strategy. Australian sports presenter Danica Mason apologized after a viral clip showing her slurring during a live cross from the Winter Olympics in Italy. She admitted she had misjudged the situation by drinking beforehand and said the cold altitude and not eating had contributed, adding she was embarrassed and took full responsibility. The original segment on the Today Show featured Mason stumbling over her words and making odd remarks about iguanas and coffee prices, while host Carl